Yes. What questions do you have that have not already been answered?
Well, we are open to what advice, words that you'd have for us, something that we need to consider that has not been advised.
All of the guidance you have received thus far has been excellent. We hold those who have come before us in esteem. They have provided you wisdom and answers to your questions in light of the perils of this time and of what is coming. All of what they say is correct, and as far as we are allowed to tell you. What we would add to that is that it all begins with you as an individual, one by one. You cannot control another. You can control yourself. Begin first with your own heaven, which is yourself, and extend that outward to those who need it, to those who can receive it, and those who can hear it. Not everyone will be able to hear it and receive it. Be wise in who you give counsel to. Be wise in who you give your light to. And if someone chooses to reject it, they are rejecting that. They are not rejecting you. You keep moving. You keep shining. You keep being the light that you are. It does not matter if someone rejects your light. They know it exists. And when they need it, they know where it is. Which is why you must keep shining, so that when they return, there is not darkness. We have been here helping you all for so long. We wish that you would have listened long ago. But you humans are a stubborn race. Yes, you are. But you were made that way. Because of your stubbornness, you were able to survive in harsh conditions on this planet. This is not an easy planet. You refused to give up and die. And that is a strength. Your mortal bodies refused to succumb to harsh environments. You adapted. You overcame. You changed. You grew. This is your recipe for success on this planet. How will you adapt? How will you overcome? How will you change? How will you grow? This is what you must ask yourself as you level to the next area of vibration. How will you personally change and grow? And then use that to help others. There is no one right way. Each one of you will have your own way. And although you may work together and commune together, how you approach this will be unique to you. And that is fine. We cannot dictate what is right, but we can direct you on what might work. That is all. We know that love works. We know that peace works. We know that they both work when they begin within. You cannot take to the outside what does not exist from within. So when you start with loving yourself, finding peace within yourself, and then sharing that with others. Be open to new ideas. Be open to new ways of doing things that you have done before. Because as you are open to others, others will be open to you. It is a give and take. You do not know it all. Even if you may feel like you do, you do not know it all. Someone may know different things that you need to know, just as they need to know what you know. It is a sharing of ideas. That is how we begin to heal. We share ideas. How you share those ideas is up to you. You got the message of breaking bread together, forming community. Yes, that is a way. For those who can't be in proximity, you have communities that are online. That is a way. But use those communities as if you were in person. Be kind. You don't have to judge. You don't have to hurt other people's feelings or demean them for not knowing something that you know. For once upon a time, you were ignorant too. We have been charged with a great task, and it is not easy. Your planet is waning. She is crying. She is sad. It is why you see what you see in the weather right now. But she reflects you. She does not want to feel this way. When the abused is tired of being abused, they get rid of the abuser. She is tired. Do not abuse her. Your current COVID-19 virus is quite real. It is not new, but it has changed due to the vibration. Everything changes. The virus simply shifted, just like all of you are shifting. And because the shift was ahead of your physical and mental and spiritual and emotional shift, it is hitting some of you very hard. And those who cannot align will be no longer here. Those whose bodies can assimilate will remain. And those of you who vibrate outside of the frequency of the virus will not have to worry as long as you follow your protocols. Do not be stupid. Do not be arrogant. It is not the time for pride and arrogance around us. Saying, I cannot and I will not be affected. Each and every one of you can be affected. But be smart and follow your protocols. If you are in this room, it is likely that you would like to remain on this planet. It is likely that in general you vibrate at a level that is good enough to remain on this planet. However, arrogance and pride will lower your vibration.
Sure will.
Be protected, but be humble. Are there questions?
Tiffany, as far as our children, do you have any messages for the children?
The children are good. You will notice the children have not been hit much by this virus.
They have future.
Yes, and they are intrinsically protected in a way that people who have lived longer and who have more hang-ups are not. The longer you have lived, the more susceptible you are. Now, with that being said, be wise, be cautious with your children. Don't take it for granted. We are all susceptible, we say. Yes. You must be responsible for those in your care. So protect them as you would protect yourself. Be careful and cautious with them. And guard who they are around. Because a child's aura is much more sensitive. And while they are much more innocent, if they are around negative people, it is easier to puncture their aura. So their energy field is finer.
It's finer?
It's finer. And you have to be careful to keep them protected from the negative. Usually negative people, negative influences. To keep their vibration where it should be.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
Can we ask any type of questions, or do we have to be along the lines of?
What is the question? If they can answer it. What is the question?
My sister's health. She's been having like these random cysts all through her body, and I just want to know, will it, is it something serious, or you understand what I'm saying? Like, will it go away? Is it gonna affect her 2 to 5 years from now to where she's passing off or something? You know?
We will not reveal death.
Okay.
It is something serious that she does need to monitor and be taken in to look at. It's not something to be taken lightly, that it's going to resolve on its own.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? I guess there are no other questions unless you have something in closing. A last word of advice. We'll allow you to close, and we thank you for sharing.
Maintain your energy wherever you are. And remember to ask yourself always, is this being done in love? Is this being done in love? And if it is not, ask yourself, how can I do this in love? That is all.
We thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we thank you all for participating, joining us for this gathering. And in light of this, we all have some work to do on ourselves. First, starting to love ourselves, raising our own vibrations, because it starts with us. It starts with us. And then we can be a light and love and help and bring peace to the world and the community. We're our community, and it starts here with us as community, and then we take it out. But this was awesome. I hope you received and heard what you needed to hear. Kim?
So this is just all my spirit and I can't get it off. But earlier this week I was with another queen and we were just talking, and it brought me back to a few years ago. I had went to visit this lady to do a soap making class, and it was like so far out of Atlanta. I didn't even have like phone reception or anything, and she was young. She was 40. Her husband was 80 with white, long, beautiful hair. And when you go to her house, it's a whole like farm. Like she grows all her crops, everything that you can think of. And if it's not on her land, she doesn't eat it at all. She has her own vineyard where she make her own wine, her own grapes and everything. And I don't know, it was on my spirit just to share it. She had like these, and it was so weird. It was like white things. I don't know what to call it, but it looked like popcorn. She was like, just take it off the branch and eat it. It's like a vaccine. And it, for me, it was weird because you all know I'm a city girl, so I'm like, I'm not eating that. But you know, it's normal to go to the store and get it. But just to think in that aspect of how powerful it is. So when I said self-sustainable, not in the aspect of closing yourself out, but thinking beyond to know that you can cut an onion a certain way and it will reproduce itself. Like just like different things like that. And it was another. I was starting my nonprofit, so I was getting information. It's like 2 years ago, and this this man from Alabama, he was doing his presentation. He had his own nonprofit, in a way of he had his own. They had their community, had their gas station, their own schools, their own hair salon, their own barbershop, and everyone that lived in that community worked in that community collectively. So at the end of that month, whatever profit they gained with inside their community as well as outside their community, they were able to then break off money to families, so they had their own like budget. So I mean, it was on my spirit to just share it. I don't know what anyone needed to get out of it, but there's ways to do different things.
Interesting.
Yeah, to sustain.
I'm lightheaded, honestly.
Yeah, I know. That was a lot. Well, this concludes our gathering.
Oh my God.
You want a cracker?
Yeah, there's some crackers left. Yeah. Anybody else wanna share? This was.
I want to thank for making me understand what the 24th is, because now I got it.
Have to see.
Yeah, we all got it. Yeah, we all got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need to say this. You know that when the full moon comes and when you have an equinox like this, it's just not that day. It's the 3 days before, the day of, and the 3 days after. And so the 24th is when the new energy settles in. I got it.
And the 22nd is when the breaking point is, which
Yeah,
is like 3 days
point.
after.
Yes. 19th, 20, 21, 22nd, and the 23rd is a free day, but the 24th is when it's going to settle in, and that's when we're going to all start to feel this new vibration. We've been talking about it, and it's going to be here on the 24th. Thank you. I got it.